Okay, welcome everybody to a game called Kyle is Famous. I played a little bit of this. I saw my favorite YouTuber, Captain Sauce, play this. So let's do this. Kyle wakes up. He's famous. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory. Stay Up Late with Kyle. It's probably going to appear on YouTube Rewind. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. What the fuck is a dumpy white man? Is this something I'm not aware of? Before I end the video, I'm gonna have to look up what the fuck it means to be a dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. I think Captain Sauce said that's science, technology, education, mathematics, engineering mathematics, probably. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. Yeah, he's appearing in YouTube Rewind 2020. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Start preparing. So I'm not gonna wither away this time. I'm gonna exit the bed. Open the closet and choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. Let's be in a suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. I'm going to do bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Soon he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Let's save them for later use, because I know I don't have this on camera. I don't have what it is on camera, so I gotta show you guys. Kyle stashed the wriggling mass for later use. Kyle returned. Let's sit at his desk. Check in the drawer, opened up the side drawer to his desk, and grabbed one of the items stored in there. Small key. That'll come in handy, probably. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk. I'm assuming I need that key because when I exited the bedroom to hallway, there was a locked door. Now, since I had withered away, I could just float through it. Okay, this key does not come in handy. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the room's checked locked door. Oh, you're kidding me. Leave apartment. I can't do it this time. I'll do it next time. Let's visit the tech store. Who's Techno Jim? I have Techno Jim now. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Interview Techno Jim instead. Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. "Hello, Techno Jim," said Kyle. "I'm going to interview you today." Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. "Hi, I'm Kyle," said Kyle, "and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest." He pointed at Techno Jim using the dismembered arm. I'm just imagining some fucking man with a cardboard arm just going, "Wha! Wha!" Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. "Would you like to introduce yourself?" asked Kyle. Knowing Jim probably would not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. "Hi, Kyle," he said, raising the pitch in his voice. "My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest." Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. "Well, Rachel, you look way too thin and absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly." Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. "Wow, Kyle," he said, "I sure wish I could look like you." Techno Jim burst into flames. What the fuck am I playing? Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try and put the fires out. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel and Rachel was very popular. Kyle interviewed Rachel. Let's wither away this time so I can show you guys my favorite ending so far. I mean, I liked that one a lot. Shucks. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Get out of bed, anyway. Scavenge for bugs. We've already seen that. Open the closet, choose an outfit. Jeans and swimming goggles. Kyle's decided. Kyle is decided on a fact. Kyle has decided. Okay. Kyle has. Okay, it took me like so long to realize that. Kyle's decided on a fashion-forward, casual style. He could barely see out of the goggles. Exit bedroom to hallway, check locked door, float through as a ghost. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Check sewing machine. Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Sew bug puppets. Kyle started sewing dead bugs together to make small, actuated finger puppets. More. Kyle crafted a bug puppet for each finger. He named them after guests he had interviewed on his show. What the fuck is wrong with Kyle? Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Leave apartment. Visit downstairs neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked Kyle expectantly greet and start conversation. "Good morning, neighbor," said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. Ask Gabby about Gabby, or ask Gabby about Rachel. "Gabby," asked Kyle, "tell me about yourself." Gabby, I thought that said Gabby shitted, stiffened. "Oh, you know. Hold on, I did that wrong." "Oh, you know," she said, putting on a fake smile. "I just sit around here." Oh my god, my throat is not ready for my smoker voice. "Yes, I don't get around much. Never go out at night. I just stay here, right here." Gabby glared at Kyle. Convinced by Gabby's statement, Kyle bid her goodbye and returned to the street. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Let's just go there. ... Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking him in the eyes. "I've been looking forward to being here." Kyle responded. Scream and spin in circles. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. A moment after seating, hold on. Okay. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Produce the bug puppets. Kyle slipped his bug puppets onto his fingers. "Hello, everybody," he said, wiggling the puppet he had named after himself. "I'm Kyle." "And I'm Rachel," Kyle screamed, wiggling a different finger. "You're so much better than me." "I know, Rachel." I can't even remember what voice I gave him. Kyle wiggled. He looked meaningfully at the human Rachel. Said one of Kyle's other puppets. "I'm super fat, and Kyle interviewed me last week." "And I'm super irritating, silly on a finger, not very attractive." Rachel stared at Kyle, incredibly disorientated. "Kyle," she asked, "what are those puppets made out of?" Kyle thrust both hands at Rachel's face. Puppets pointed at her eyes. "We aren't puppets, Rachel," he said, scrunching his fingers up and down. "We're real people." Rachel plucked the puppet that Kyle had said was her off his finger. "Kyle," she exclaimed, "this is several dead puppets patched together." "Accept us, Rachel," said Kyle, scrunching. "We need acceptance." Rachel exited her chair and walked out of frame. In a moment, she returned with a bag. She plucked each puppet off of Kyle's hands and tossed them in a bag. "Kyle, leave the bugs alone next time," she said. Rachel left the frame again, bringing the bag of puppets along with her. Kyle, suddenly by himself, was unsure what to do. After a few minutes of hemming and hawing, Kyle resorted to telling jokes for the remainder of the broadcast. Fans did not notice much difference between this and previous episodes. Oh, it's different than what I did. What else did I do? I don't know. So we've got Techno Gym, Bug Puppets. Well,